Welcome back, dear viewers, and you're still watching Nile Cruise. And in this segment of the show, we shall sail through pages, places, and also personal encounters woven into the timeless streets of Old Cairo. And we have all the pleasure to welcome with us Dr. Sara Khater, Assistant Professor of Media at the Cairo University. We're very happy to have you with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. And talking about travel literature and how actually it shapes how people or how the world preserves Cairo and Egypt in general. So how do you think travel literature actually shaped the world's image of Cairo, and how do you preserve Cairo and Egypt, and figures like J.R. Anderson, of course, the curator and the collector, the British officer, collector, and Orientalist. He left a mark not only in history but also in literature and art. So how do you preserve this?
I think, for starters, Egypt is full of rich places and full of rich history. So I think when we talk about travel literature and how it benefited Egypt over the ages, I think travel literature has enriched the experience of travelers, of different travelers from different countries who would love to come and experience Egypt in their own way.
Yes.
Travel literature focuses on culture, not just the places. It focuses on people, focuses on food, for example. So I think travel literature along the years has given a true and an accurate experience of what Egypt is truly like. And
yes.
This is what interests
and
travelers.
How do you actually see the evolution of travel literature from back then until now? We've seen different mediums do change, of course, like the presentation or the use of social media and the technology that evolves and the fast-growing pace of technology. We have more mediums than before, and the information actually passes very quickly. So how do you actually see this with the evolution of technology, of course, and the mediums that are presented nowadays? How do you see this as a medium to market for Egypt and actually bring the image of Egypt to the public and to the foreigners as well?
Discussing how media and communication technology has evolved over the ages. So in my answer to your question, I think travel literature has evolved with the evolution of communication technology. For example, what used to be literature and what used to be books and novels about different places and different cultures is now, we can see them on, for example, travel groups on social media.
Yes, of course.
Exactly, and travel bloggers. We have travel bloggers now. We have travel influencers.
Of course, we have to mention Mr. Beast and his visit to the pyramids, the 100 hours that were actually, this visit boomed through YouTube and the social media, all over the social media, and actually it had a return on Egypt, of course, something that we have to mention.
Of course, I agree with you, I totally agree. Mr. Beast's visit was actually very important because it's what we call in marketing word of mouth.
Of course.
So word of mouth from an influencer is actually very powerful,
strong,
very influential. So the effect of this visit, I think, the views and the interaction from people worldwide on his visit to Egypt was tremendous and was very powerful. And this is what we should be targeting later on as well. And there's another TikTok trend that appeared in the last couple of weeks, where travelers from all around the world, they come here to Egypt and they just take selfies looking amazed on a specific soundtrack. So yes, I think this one was very popular too, and
the
very entertaining.
Pictures of the tourists kissing the Sphinx and putting their hands over the pyramids. Yes, that's quite interesting as well.
And they took these selfies in front of, for example, Karnak Temple and Luxor Temple and the pyramids in different places and sites in Egypt. So I think this type of marketing and this type of word of mouth, as we call it, is very important for tourism marketing, actually, and it's very important for Egypt as well.
Yes, of course. And can you actually also share some examples of notable travel writers who actually documented the journeys through Cairo, and how their perspective actually shaped or reshaped how the foreigners look at Egypt?
I think the most famous one is the description of Egypt, where different researchers and different scientists who came along with the French, with Napoleon, they actually documented a book of 9 volumes describing everything about Egypt, describing all facets of life and how people interact and how people actually live, and different lifestyles in Egypt at that time. So I think this is one of the most famous examples, and it still lives till now, and we all have read it, I think.
Yes, of course. Actually, these stories are quite inspiring, and it tells us a lot about Egypt's heritage and Egypt's history. It transforms the image quicker, actually.
Exactly.
So, of course, if we're here, we have to talk about Geir Anderson, of course, the figure who wasn't just a traveler, but also a resident of Cairo for many years. So what makes actually his story very inspiring and so unique in the realm of travel literature and also Orientalist narratives?
Well, I think what makes it very unique is that he came as a soldier, and then he ended up as a lover of Egypt, a resident and a lover of Egypt and its culture. So I think he grew what we call a passion for antiquities, and he was a collector. He became a collector here. So we can see his passion in this beautiful place.
So if we're talking about the Geir Anderson Museum, which is we're in right now, and it actually is a treasure trove of history itself and cross-cultural exchange also. So how do you think, how does this space reflect his personal narrative in the spirit of travel literature as well?
Well, I think he intended this place, or he meant that this place would be some kind of intercultural dialogue, a mix of both ancient Egyptian heritage and at the same time foreign, modern foreign heritage or something. The design and the style that we see along in this beautiful house and this beautiful place explains the mix between both cultures. So I think he was trying to, like, as I said, create a dialogue and make people familiar with the place, no matter where they are from. This is my opinion in this wonder that we're sitting in.
How do you think actually Geir Anderson's writings and collections of all the collection that he collected from around the world influenced how Cairo was perceived in the British imagination of the early 20th century, for example?
Well, I think in my opinion, I'm not sure of how it influenced the British imagination, but all I can think of is that he presented a true image of Egypt, not just the image that sometimes was portrayed through media. So I think he meant to present an honest picture of what this country is actually like, and to reflect his own experience of living here as a resident and as a lover, as I said before.
Yes, okay, and actually we have a lot of, we're talking about literature, of course, and but we have to talk about Egyptian influencers also, who are actually very influential, and they have a great impact into marketing for any place and giving a true image of Egypt. And how would you actually take this as a medium or an opportunity to attract and to help market for very important places like the place we're in, this museum, and several other places? We have a lot of hidden gems in Cairo that are not, that people are not aware of, even Egyptians themselves. So how can we use the Egyptian influencers and bloggers and travel bloggers and all these personnel to take advantage of this?
Well, I think first we need to encourage young people to create more content of value, content that educates people, content that matters to people. And when talking about traveling specifically, I think young people are already interested to know more about Egypt, even if they don't right now, but I think they have the potential to know more. So we should nurture this kind of desire and interest, and maybe use the modern communication tools in order to target them or reach them in a better way and in a more accurate way. We have to encourage influencers, Egyptian influencers as well. I think they are closer to younger generations, and they present content that can reach them efficiently.
Yes.
And I think too that the younger generations are more into gaming platforms.
Yes.
So maybe we can offer some kind of virtual experiences, and I think the Ministry of Tourism has already done that. Virtual experiences that they can enjoy and know more about places, and encourage them at the same time to visit those places in reality.
Yes, of course. Dr. Sara Khater, Assistant Professor of the Media at the Cairo University, thank you so much for your valuable insights and for your time to talk about the importance of travel literature and how we can actually work on that point to revive and to give a broader picture and a bigger picture of Egypt and its heritage and its history to the public. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Dear viewers, a short break and we'll be right back.